Hello and welcome, welcome. I am Marlene and welcome to Marlene's How To's. And in today's video, this is my first live stream and I've reached a milestone of 1,000 subscribers. And so I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you so much. We can just sit back and have a little chit chat today about, my YouTube journey, and just to let me answer any questions that you might have, as long as they're not too personal or it's nothing of a political nature. And of course, I'll be more than happy to help you. And of course, as far as the live chat goes, if you're not sure where to find it, just below the title of the video, you'll see under there a few icons under there, and you can go ahead and you can just look on the one that says live chat, and you can put your information in there so that way I can see that you're there. We can communicate. So far I see that we have, this is a guy with an anime profile pic. Because I can, he said hello. So I just want to say hello to you and thank you so much for joining me today. Okay. And next we have T-Wear Smack. She says, hey Marlene. So hey T-Wear Smack. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's see. We have a couple more people coming on here. This one says, hi, Marlene. Congratulations on 1,000 subscribers or 1,000 subscription. Hey, Susie. I'm so glad to see you. Oh, my goodness. I watched your video today and it was so much fun. You're so good with your plants. And what was that? The Chinese evergreen, I think you had said it was. And you had showed us how to repot them. And that was really good. I also did a repotting video a few weeks ago about repotting crotons and repotting chrysanthemums, which I know it was a little early for the season, but I know that once it comes around to the fall season, that we'll start to see, a few more, views on that as far as people wanting that kind of information, because then the chrysanthemums are in bloom, the crotons pair really well with them. So of course, it makes perfect sense. But there's nothing wrong with getting a head start on all of this. So I certainly appreciate all of you guys that are here so far. And I just wanted to start off by saying, the reason why I started YouTube. I honestly, if you'd asked me maybe a year before I started doing it, I would have said, no, that's not for me. I don't think so. And it just happened very organically. I had been going through some medical issues. You get to that certain age as a female, sometimes certain things start to happen. And I needed, like medical guidance outside of, just what you hear inside a doctor's office. I started, just looking up stuff, getting information. And I said, you know what, this is really helpful. Before the procedure and after, it was just so helpful. Even with fashion, like, how to dress after you had certain changes in your life and stuff like that. Because I needed to, like change my clothing size. And so I had to just look at fashion and just different things. And I thought, this is so helpful. Maybe one day I'll be able to help people like that. So when I started, I didn't even know for sure what I would have been doing it on. And it just happened organically, started off with the gardening because that is really like a first love for me. I tend to do that, first before anything else. I do decorating videos, of course, as well. But those are the main ones for me. Gardening, that is. It's kind of like a first love, and then decorating comes afterwards. And honestly, my gardening videos, they do pretty well. Over time, people come back in and they watch them, and you'll see the views go up. But the decorating ones, I definitely love the interaction that I have with the ladies. Sometimes we'll do collabs, and you'd have seen a few of those that I've done. And those collabs, it definitely helps to foster that bond between fellow creators. So of course, if you ever want to do a collab with me, it typically would be on gardening or maybe something to do with table settings, possibly like setting up a table for the holidays or any special day of the year. Let me think what else. Maybe like doing vignettes. That's another one as well. What else did I do? And like tier trays, those are another one as well too. So just little things like that. But I do have my email address set up in my description boxes pretty much on all of my videos. And if you go to my about page, the about tab as well, then you'll see there it's Marlene's H&G at gmail.com. So if you ever want to do a collab, especially like around the holidays, just reach out. I'll be more than happy. I try not to keep too many participants in at one time. Usually I'll stop at about 5, 6 at the most. just to make it fair for everyone in terms of the time and the playlist and all of that. So that's an open invitation there. Whenever you're ready, you can always just reach out to me that way, or you can even comment on one of my videos that you've watched. I'll see the comment that you're interested in doing that. As long as I have a way to contact you, then I'll reach out. And I'm on Instagram at Marlene's How To's. So that's my Instagram handle. So you can look me up that way as well. You can follow me. I'll definitely follow you back. And once you have done that, then I can go in and see when you direct messenger me. You can always take a look, and it's easier to communicate that way as well too. But if for whatever reason you're not on Instagram, then definitely you can always use my email address that I mentioned before, which is also in my about page. So moving on to the next thing now, in terms of the actual day that I started, it was actually Mother's Day of 2019. And that's because there's a special connection. There's always been between us and our moms, and I was very close to her. She did pass away a few years before I started the channel, but I thought, in memory of her, that I would start my YouTube channel. She was an avid gardener. She was extremely good at it, not just flowers, but also, like vegetables, fruits, all of that. She had a nice backyard with all of that back there, and the front yard was just beautiful as well, growing up in the island of Jamaica. So that was definitely, what motivated me there. And also my grandmothers, my mother's mother and my father's mother, they both love flowers. One loved to plant them, the other one just loved to have the cut ones. She'd arrange them in her room because she lived with us. So like every Friday she'd go and get some flowers, and she'd always arrange them in her room, and it was always so pretty. And then my other grandmother, she grew flowers, and so that's as far as that side goes. And then my mother-in-law, she's a hobby florist. She lives in Jamaica, so I got to see some of her work. So all of those different things came into play. So while we're moving along here, if you have any questions about any of my previous videos, then definitely you can put a question in there, or if you had any suggestions as to future videos that you might want to see me do that pertains to gardening or decorating, and you can let me know. Or even with the holidays coming, we have Thanksgiving not too far away, and we also have the Christmas holidays coming up as well. So any topics that you'd like to see me cover, then definitely you can put it in the chat. I'll see it, and I'll address it. So I'm just looking over here to see if anything else came over. So that's pretty much as far as what motivated me to start YouTube, and then when I actually went about doing it. So I'll also go over just a few things that I have learned from being on YouTube. And I would say the first one is that YouTube is actually, it's not a sprint, as they would say, it's actually a marathon. So let me see what you said. I just saw something pop up here from Bruce Lee. He says, great to hear your story. It's great to see that you took lemons from lime and made lemonade, and that you're using this to not only help others, but to inspire them. Yes, and that's what I thought. And that really was the goal that I had in mind. Yes. So, so what I've learned from YouTube is that, and if you just excuse me a second, I'll need to get a little drink of water. I didn't have any before I came on. Can you get me a little drink of water, please? So I can have that. So, so what I've learned, like I was saying, is that, excuse me one second. What I have learned is that YouTube, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. There are a few people, that will come on YouTube and they will just be like an overnight sensation. They'll probably choose like topics that are, I would say, like trending topics. And so, they'll grow really fast, get a lot of subscribers, a lot of views and everything. And, they take off quickly like that. But for the most part, for most of us, it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes some growth. Of course, even with that, there are some people who do a lot better in terms of, going up the curve very quickly, whether it's for views or for subscribers. And sometimes it just depends on the content that you make, the type of audience that you're trying to reach. So that's the first thing I'd say, just have some patience with it. And then over time, you'll see that it actually, you'll get there. But an important thing that I learned is that it really is a community. It really is. So because of that reason, you are a creator with a small c, and in that case, it's good to reach out to fellow creators, that are in, similar niche. I'm not saying that you can't, reach out to people who do other things, but, it's good to have people who do something that's similar to you. So you have that similar interest, you have that common bond. There can be a little bit of overlap, yes, but it helps when you do very similar things. So, speaking on that, then, and it would be like the collaborations that I kind of mentioned before, because, sometimes there are days when, it just feels really good to know that you have someone that can work along with you, doing similar things that you do. They kind of, understand where the whole headspace is at. And it definitely helps. And it has helped me. I will definitely say so. And this will be available, after the live, so that other people will be able to come on, and they'll be able to view it afterwards. So we'll be able to see comments as well after the fact. So that's as far as like working with each other. Now, in terms of the referred to as the algorithm or the recommendation system, um, sometimes people figure that it's not working in their favor, but for me, I found that I pretty much just took a look to see what was going on as far as you know um, looking at my videos and seeing like which ones got more views, and then based on that I said, okay, since this one um, did really well, or these ones do really well as they recommend, just go in and do more like that you know And the next thing that I've noticed too is that it's good to try to do to improve on your videos. So, you don't want to be sitting looking at videos all day, kind of obsessing over it. But at the same time, you always want to improve. So you look at it and you say, okay, I did this in this one. This one was good. What do you think they liked about it? You look at this one and you say this one didn't do so well for whatever reason. Maybe didn't get a lot of subscribers, during that time frame, or maybe you didn't get a lot of views on it. It just depends. But it's good to just go back and look at it and say, just let's say that it wasn't me that was making this video. If it popped up on my homepage, excuse me, or in my notification, would I click on it based on the thumbnail that's on there? Because maybe not so much in the past, but in more recent times, I have found that that people, they tend to they like something that's, like you say, eye candy these days. They want to see something that is appealing to them, something that catches their eye, because let's face it, there are so many distractions out there these days. So you kind of have to get people's attention. So, it's always good to look at your thumbnails and try to improve them. And so I look at mine. Sometimes I'll put some with me in it. Sometimes I'll maybe have one with me in it, and I'll go and I'll take it back off, because I figure that maybe like a screenshot from inside the video that shows more of what it's about, is actually more appealing than what I had on there before. Or sometimes I'll do the other way around. I may have had something that just shows maybe like a finished product or something, but then I didn't show me doing it on the thumbnail, and I did that, and then that gets a better results. And sometimes you'll see it very shortly afterwards too, that you did that, and that change that you made a difference. All right, so I wanted to see what questions you had regarding gardening, if you had any that you thought of from any of the videos that I had watched recently. I'd love to see any questions that you might have had, because I recognize, most of you that are on here at this point, like T-Rare Smat. Can you think of any of my gardening videos that you had any questions about that I could answer for you? Or Susie, I know that Susie, you've been on there for quite some time. You're an avid gardener. Just any questions, or even any information that you might have wanted to pass on. Of course, I'll be happy to get that information as well. So I'll wait for those to come in. And then, and as far as the holidays go, I'll be looking at some of those coming up. We have the fall season coming up, and so I'm going to be taking a look at just a few things there, and then I'll also be doing some Christmas things as well too. So let's see here now. And also, if you could tell me specifically what types of videos you would like to see for the future, that will definitely help me. Because, I always have stuff in mind that I'm thinking of doing, but at the same time, I'm more than, willing to, put those on hold a little bit if there is something that is a pressing topic. Sometimes it depends on what's going on with me at that time that I might not, be able to do it just depending on what's going on in my life. Um, and so I'm not able to do it at that point. And sometimes I may even wait until a few months after, or sometimes it may be a year after. But it just depends on what it is, what I have to work with and all of that. Because for me personally, you'll notice even with with almost all of my videos, the things that I show in there, they are things that I actually have from my own garden. So, like my flowers, I love my flowers. You will rarely see, even if it's a shot that's in one of the videos, you'll see that they're actually real flowers that I get from my garden because, I just like doing it that way. And I guess I've gotten to the point where people kind of expect that from me. They expect that I'm going to be showing them real things. But of course, if you're covering a subject and you don't have, actual videos from your home that you're doing or whatever, there is nothing wrong with going and getting stock photos. Those are available as well. So you can go and get stock photos. And oh, look who we have here. We have Mary Precious Jones from Huntsville. Hello, Mary. How are you doing? I'm so glad to see you. And I know that you got to 1,000 around about the same time as I did too. So I do want to take a moment to say congratulations as well. And I love watching your videos. I don't always get to watch every single one, but I do go in, whenever I can to take a look at them, just to see what's going on, to get ideas, and of course to support my fellow YouTubers. So yes, definitely, Mary. I wanted to say I want to thank you for congratulating me, and just to take the moment to congratulate you on your recent achievement as well. And so I need to go and I did see your live. I'm not sure if it was your first live. You can tell me if it was your first live or not that you did, but I do see where you did one recently with Penny from at Penny's. I almost said at Penny's Place, but she changed her channel name. She's now Penny's Lifestyle Living. So I do see where you had done one with her. I'm not sure if that was your first one or not, but I did see that one as well. So we're all growing and learning together, and it is really a wonderful experience. So I see some other things coming in here. So Tier Smart said, yes, I do have a question. She says, I am growing a lemon tree from seeds, and now it has a second tier of leaves. Well, congratulations on that. Oh my goodness, that is wonderful. I like hearing that. Because when you plant something from seed, it costs you so much less to do it that way. You go to the store and you buy one that's already, established. The larger they are, the more they cost, as I normally tell you in my planting videos. So if you're getting them, of course, you always want to try to get a container that's smaller in size, unless you really need to have like a lot of blooms, quickly, if it's a flower, or you wanted to get it to, bearing soon. For example, say a tomato plant, if you want to get a bigger one, sometimes they have blossoms on them already, or maybe even some young tomatoes. So in those instances, then yes, you can always get something less larger. But it's good that you did start off from the seed, so that is wonderful. I'm not in a tropical area, so that would be difficult for me. If I did it, I would definitely have to plan to bring it inside my house, every winter to make sure. But I just love seeing those citrus trees. So you said, is it time to transfer to more dirt or to a bigger pot? Well, T Rare, can you tell me like how big it is? When I said, because you did say a second tier of these, but is it maybe like about 4 inches or about 5 inches? Because you don't want to transplant it too quickly. If it's too quick, then it may be a little bit of a shock to the plants. You want it to be a little bit higher. So if you could tell me like, oh, about 3 inches, okay, I see that now. So I would say maybe go to at least 4 inches and then put it in a larger container if the container you think is too small for it. If you think the container is large enough, then definitely I would say leave it there. Don't be in any rush to transplant because it does shock them and it does. They kind of, like you take a step backwards and then you take 2 steps forward. That is what happens when you transplant your plants. They do that and then they move forward. So if your container isn't that small, I would say leave it there for a little bit, at least until it gets to 4 inches. If it's large enough, leave it maybe until it's maybe about 6, 7 inches, and then you put it in a pot that's maybe about, I would say, no more than 2 inches bigger than the one that is currently in, because large pots are not good for transplant either, unless you're putting multiple plants in there. So I see Bruce Lee says, I like what you did for the for the tropical tablescape, adding some foods. Yes, yes, yes. Because I definitely like settings, and I've done collabs with Mary. She's joined me in a couple of them. And we typically do place settings and so on, but every now and then it's just nice to put something on the plate because it looks really pretty, it's beautiful, but at the end of the day we really have them there to enjoy a meal. So I think it's really nice every now and then to do that. So I would say definitely yes. I like doing that every now and then, not all the time, because sometimes you don't have the time or it doesn't fit in with the theme, so we won't necessarily do it. But because like the tropical one, and then I did the dessert table one. That was another one too. I did that one as well. So we have here Urban Gaspol. It says, good morning. Oh, so you're in another part of the hemisphere. Good morning, my friend. Hope your day is always happy. Success always for you. Thank you so much. I certainly appreciate that. Can you tell me where you are? Not like specifically, but just like if you're in like I'd say maybe like what continent you're on at least, so I know what part of the world you are, because this is in the USA right now in the southern United States. So for us right now, it's actually 7 p.m. Eastern time. And Bruce Lee says it is colder as sometimes the air conditioning or heat affects them. And I'm guessing you're talking about the lemon tree right there. Yes, if you bring them in, most plants, especially if you're just bringing them in, you don't want to put them like directly under your air conditioning unit because that can shock them sometimes. So you want to, or even under heat, because in the wintertime when you bring them in, is typically that's when you do it. You'd want to make sure that you are putting it in an area where you don't have direct heat coming in from the air conditioning unit, because it will affect it. Can dry them out sometimes. If there's no other way around it, then you want to make sure you have a humidifier, or at least you have maybe like like a little spray bottle with some water in it, and you can just go and spray them every now and then. Or something I've seen other people do too is that sometimes they will get like little river stones, like little river rocks, if you call them river rocks, and you can put them in the saucer that the plant is in, and just leave a little water there, and that way it helps to humidify the air a little bit so they don't dry out completely. So that's as far as it goes. So guys, as far as moving on to the next thing now, I do have 2 giveaways here, and I'm trying to figure, since you guys are so faithful and you came on the live video, you can tell me what you think. If you think that I should do the giveaways for people who come on afterwards as well, or if I should just do it for the people who are on the live chat now. So leave me a comment really quick and just say if you want me to, like to do the giveaways now, and you'll have to answer questions for it anyway. Because just to show that you're involved in the channel and everything. So if you think I should do it now, just say yes. Or if you think I should wait for the other people who come on after the live stream, you can just type it in as well. So you could just go ahead and put your comment in. If you want me to do the giveaway now, then I will. And I'll go ahead and I'll follow your suggestion, because I'm pretty much open to it. So let me know what you think. You can go ahead and put it in the live chat. Let me see if anything came up here about that. Okay, not yet. So let me know if you wanted me to do it. And in the meantime, I'll show you, hope you can see it. This is what the first one is. I hope I held it up good enough for you. You can see it has a nice fall theme on there. And this is what the inside, this is actually, like a handmade card. A wonderful lady made it. You can see it right here. And I'll read to you what it says. So on the front, right here, where you see all of those things from the garden, because that's one of the mainstays of my channel, it says garden secrets, expert tips for gardens and yards of all sizes, less weeds, bigger blooms, greener grasses, and fewer pests. And that's what we all want. Those are such desirable things. Because one for me for weeds, yes, I do have, like issues with that sometimes. So I will try to, do whatever I can to get rid of those. And of course, we all want bigger blooms, as well as we want our grass to look nice and green. And we want to have fewer pests like bugs and, diseases and so on. We try to have those to a minimum. So on here, it says, beauty. You should be known for the beauty that comes from within, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is so precious to God. And it actually tells us where it's found. It says it's in 1 Peter 3:4. And then on the other side right here, you can see it. Oops. It says, friends are the flowers in the garden of life. And I think that that is such a really nice quotation. So I'm still looking to see what you guys are going to say in reference to if I should give it away now. And if I should, just say yes. I'll be asking a question. You can tell me. And if you get the answer, then it will be yours. So that's the first one. It is going to be two of them. And then this is the next one right here. And I think it looks so pretty. You can see like there are butterflies in there. Hope you can see them. There's a large one and then there's a small one. And it says that it's just a note. On the side, you can see it has all of these handmade things on there. And this is what the inside of this one looks like right there. You can see it. Okay. Oh, so let me see now. So T-Rex Machi said, now please. And then Bruce Lee said, trying not to be selfish, so allow others. So we have a tie. So we need a tiebreaker. So I don't know who that's going to be. Because we have one person that's saying, do it now. And we have one person that is saying, do it later. So we'll need to have a tiebreaker. But anyway, so this is what it looks like on the inside, like I was saying. And then over here, we have some pretty little flowers on the back. Those are some nice tulips right there. So we are waiting for a tiebreaker. All right, so I'll hold off a little bit for that to see what it's what comes up. So then the next topic of our discussion is actually if anyone on here, and you never know what can happen in life. So don't say that might not be you, because you just never know. Because honestly, I didn't know that I would have started a YouTube channel. I never thought about it. And I never had the kind of technical skills either. My sons actually did live streams at our church. They started doing that. So they kind of learned a little bit the technical side of how to, like upload a video, not even upload, they just did the streaming part of it, capturing the information, switching cameras and all of that kind of stuff. So they did that. So they brought a technical side to it. But honestly, if you just watch videos, on YouTube, to start on YouTube, then that's where you'll find them. So this is basically for if someone is thinking of maybe starting a YouTube channel, and it doesn't have to be right now. It might be in the future that you might want to do that. Is just to say, first of all, and this is the things that I've learned, this will help you to grow faster. It'll make it a lot, your experience a little bit easier, a little bit of an easier learning curve for you. Like you have someone who has gone through it, in a regular everyday way, like I have, just to advise you on, how you can do it. And so I'd basically say, first of all, you want to make sure that you know what your channel is going to be about. It doesn't have to be very, very specific, but have an idea of what it is that you want to do. But, and that's a part of it. But the most important thing is, what is your passion? What is it that drives you? What is it that you want to get up and do almost every day? What is it that makes you smile? What is it that wants to make you, share these things with someone? Do you like gardening like I do? Do you like decorating like I do, like Mary Precious Jones does? Do you like cooking? Is your place set up to accommodate for cooking videos? Do you like teaching someone maybe like another language? Do you want to teach someone how to do sign language? Do you like to travel? And that one can be a little tricky because that means you have to be traveling a lot. And I mean, it doesn't have to be that you're going on a plane to fly somewhere else. It could just be somebody who has an RV. You like to drive all around the country where you live, and you capture different things and you just show them your experience, you know? So that would be the first thing, just to know what it is that your passion is and what you want to share and why you're doing it. Some people, they just have a business. They may have a business that they want to promote. You could be in real estate, like Mary Precious Jones. You could be someone who has a floral shop, a gift shop, just different things that you may have a business for, and you want to help to promote it. And you probably won't be doing them that regularly, but just to get your information out there to a wider audience, then I mean, it also is a good way to do it as well. But I'd say definitely, be sure that you're clear about that first, what you want to do and what it actually entails. And then you can go from there. So that's the first step, knowing. Then I would say just start watching videos. Look at videos on subjects that are ones that you're considering. So let's say you wanted to do like travel videos. Start watching those, start watching them and see how they present their material, and think what you could do differently, and then you could do yours that way. Because and I've watched a few people over time, like Roberto Blake, Sean Cannell from Think Media, quite a few guys out there and ladies as well too. And they'll go over and they'll explain, things to you. They give you tips on how to get set up and all of that. So, just go in, and just take a look, and, you can even look up something as simple as, how to do your first video, or how to start a channel on YouTube. All of those materials are available. And, those guys that I mentioned, as they said, you'll see topics out there that's like, oh, people have done that already. And that is true. You'll be hard pressed to find a topic that no one else has done before, but they have never seen you do that topic before. That's the difference. So then you put your own spin on it. You know what I mean? You put your own spin on it, and then when you do that, and you build up, subscriber base. Some people will come on and they'll not subscribe. They'll just watch it, get the information, and come out. And that tends to happen more so in videos that are how-to videos. Um, kind of like some of them that I do, how to's, they get the information and then they leave. And that's fine. People are free to do, whatever they need to do. That's okay. Um, but, just bear in mind that some people will come on, they'll subscribe, and some people won't. But you just keep pressing on and just keep making them, and just do your research, get the information. Oh, Deborah is here. Hi, Deborah. Great to see you. I'm so glad that you joined us. Deborah is one I was talking to you earlier about collaborations. I've done quite a few collaborations with Deborah. And Deborah, I know you came on, like after, because I was having some technical difficulties. And she said, Deborah Cabasa, home living. Yes, ma'am. So if you can always go back after, you can always pick up at the start, because I just want everybody to be a part of this and to get all the information that I shared, because it really YouTube is really close to my heart. I don't like have it be like the center of everything, but it is important to me, and I'd love to share like how I started, why I started, and all of that. So you can always go back afterwards and take a look at it and see the information that there. But Deborah, he's actually one of the ladies that I do collaborations with. And as I was saying to you earlier, that, it's really good to have collaborations. The best thing I'd recommend, though, is try to do them with someone that is kind of in your niche a little bit. So, like, say if you do, because I do gardening and I do decorating. I mostly do gardening, to be honest with you, and my gardening videos do better over time. If you go back and you look at my videos, like you hit most popular, you sort them that way, you'll see that my gardening videos really do a whole lot better. There are a few decorating ones that, yes, they kind of like just, did really well too, but for the most part, it's mostly gardening. But I do decorating as well. So, of course, I'm more than happy to collaborate with ladies who do mostly decorating, and they're happy to collaborate with me that does mostly gardening. So just look for people that are, in a similar niche to yours, and just reach out to them. Usually you can follow them on Instagram, because when you go on Instagram, I find that you communicate a lot quicker than waiting for someone to send you an email, because sometimes I don't even see the pop up. For some reason, I don't see it until maybe a day or two afterwards. I go in and I see, because it's my secondary email address. So I don't always see them right away. Somebody, sends me, like a message on Instagram, then I see it right away. But, you can, you know, follow them that way. And then that way you can reach out to them and see if they want to do a collaboration with you, because it helps your channel to grow. And it has helped me. I will definitely say that. And because it's helping me, I have in turn turned around and tried to help others, because what it does is that it allows for their subscribers to be introduced to your channel, and for your subscribers to be introduced to their channels. And so recently I had two young ladies join me, and I know they're most likely busy with their kids today. That's why they're not watching this live right now. And that's Tamika and Mondell. My last video, which was a tropical getaway, they were on there as well. So I'm reaching out to other people outside of my regular group of ladies, just to have us grow together, because that's really what it's all about. So that's as far as the collaboration goes. Deborah, hello again. Thanks for joining. And you know, just try that and see if it works for you if you already have a YouTube channel. And she said, yes, I like better to talk to people better than email as well. Yeah, I definitely understand that. Yes, it feels a little more natural, more organic when you do it that way. So I can definitely see why you would say that. I absolutely agree. So yeah, so we reach out to, you reach out to you, reach out to them. And if for whatever reason you figure that, it's not someone you want to collaborate with, there are different ways to say no, because you don't have to say yes to everything in this life, but it's just the way that you go about doing it. Just say it in a way that the person can accept and still be okay with it, and they don't feel like you just basically, pull them down. It also helps if you get people whose channels are off a similar size to yours. So, in other words, let's say, like me, I'm at 1,000 subscribers. I probably wouldn't try to collab with someone who is at like 1 million subscribers. I'm not saying it can't happen; it can, but I'm just saying that that's not the first place that I would go to. I'd look for ladies who are, or gentlemen that, do similar things that I do. They're in the kind of ballpark that I am in, and then, they reach out to me or I reach out to them, and then we work together. But if someone has 1 million subscribers and they say, they'll collab with me, of course I'm gonna say yes. Unless you're in a, like in a category that is just kind of like, I'm just like, that is way out there for me. I don't see how, the two would come together, because that's a part of it too. I would definitely say that. So Deborah, I was saying that I actually have two giveaways, and guys, that if you've seen it already, just hang with me, please. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone, gets to see it, that I have giveaways here. Let me show you the first one. That's this one right here. And it's a handmade card right here. And it says gardening secrets, expert tips for gardens and yards of all sizes. And it goes over things that, you'll want to have in a good garden. But the more important part is what's on the inside. And I'll read it for you. It says, beauty, you should be known for the beauty that comes from within, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is so precious to God. And that is 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 4. And on the other side over here, it says, friends are the flowers in the gardens of life. And I just thought that was so nice. So that is the first one. And by the way, wherever you are in the world, I will send it. As long as you can get mail where you are, I will send it for you. So this is the second one. And that's this one right here. There's two cute little butterflies in there. And these are handmade cards. I didn't make them. I can't claim to that. But I thought that they were so cute. I hope you're seeing that the right way. And this is the inside of this one right here. And it says, God will yet fill your mouth with laughter and your lips with shouts of joy. And that's in Job 8:21. And of course, in these times, we all want that. And then on the other side, it says, just a little note to say, I hope you're having a lovely day with blessings from the Lord above, and joy and peace and lots of love. So, Deborah, I was asking if they wanted me to give it away, immediately, or if I should wait for people who watch after the live is over. So if you're still with me, you could let me know. You could just say yes if you think I should give it away now, or if I should wait until, just like put the question out there for people to answer afterwards. So if you are still there with me, you can let me know. I'm not seeing anything yet. Oh no, Deborah, you were supposed to be the tiebreaker. All right. Okay. Can you help me then decide which one I should give away first? This one is number 1, and this one is number 2. So can you all just tell me which one I should do first? Should I do number 1, which is the Garden Secrets, the orange one, which is very fall-like? Fall is just around the corner. Or if I should do this one first. So if you're still with me, just put number 1 or number 2, and let me know which one it should be. So Bruce Lee says number 1. Okay, so I guess people are more heading for the fall season. So I have 2 people that said number 1. Yeah, she said do 1 now and 1 later. That makes sense. Okay. All right. So Deborah, did you want me to do number 1 first or number 2 first? I just need one more person to answer. So this one first or this one first? She said number 1. Okay, so everybody loves number 1 more. I guess so. And the season is coming up too. All right. So it's going to be who can type the quickest, I guess. So we will see how that goes. So I hope you're watching my videos. So this says, because I have like iris flowers, actually have 3 types of iris flowers. I featured one of them a couple of times. And the question is, what is the color of my iris flowers? Go. Whoever answers the correct answer first is the one that's going to be winning this one right here. The flower of my iris colors. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. The color of my iris flowers. That's what I said. Deborah Cabasa said pink. Guess again, Deborah. Tira Side says blue. Nope. We only have so many colors, right? Eventually someone's going to get to it, but sorry, pink isn't correct. Blue isn't correct. So any other takers? Bruce, if you're still with me, I'd love to see what you think about this, since you guys are the ones who went ahead and said that we should do number 1 first. Tier says yellow. It's not that one either. You could just keep guessing colors. Eventually you're going to get it. If you put it like 20 times, I don't care. Eventually you'll get it. They're my iris flowers. She says red. No, but you're kind of in the ballpark. Oh, she said purple. Deborah, you got it. Yay. Congratulations. And it's so funny. You said purple. This one is actually purple. So that was the color, but you wanted me to give away 1 first. So this is going to come to you. And Deborah, I hope that you like it. I'm going to read it again for you. Just the last part here, because I think this is so important. And this goes to you as well as all of my other wonderful subscribers out there. It says, friends are the flowers in the garden of life. And that's all of you right there, because you're so supportive. You have been here for me, and I truly appreciate it. So, Deborah, You know how to get to me. To reach me, you can go ahead and send me your information. And I'll be more than oh, she says I love cards. Wonderful. So I will go ahead and have that sent out for you. You know how to reach me, so I can get your contact information. I think I probably have it too from your about page, but if you use another address that you prefer to give me, then that's fine too. Whatever one you prefer, that's fine. So let me just make a note of that. All right, so here is the next one. Now this one is the purple one right here. And so this one now is just going to be a question. And since you guys said Deborah was a tiebreaker because T-Rare said do it now. The other one, Bruce said do it later. And Deborah Cabasa said do one now, do one after. So I'll do the purple one after this one right here. So I'll put the question out there. And if you guys want to enter again, then that's fine. Deborah, you probably won't be able to get the second one though, to be fair. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I will put the question out there. And I'll go through my comments, afterwards I'll go in and check because it's going to put them chronologically. So whoever, whether you're watching the live or you're watching the, and I won't say if you got the answer right now. I won't say if it's right or wrong. I'll just go in and see like whoever got it right first. But the question is how many, because if you've been following me along, you may have picked it up somewhere along the way. How many daughters do I have? So that is the question. How many daughters do I have? So you can go ahead and put that in the comments for me. Let me see if there's anything here. Tier says none. Oh, just Elile. Elile, hello, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for your congratulations. You just missed the first giveaway. I'm so sorry. It could have been, because I was having some technical difficulties at first. This is actually my first live. So we're still learning, how to get everything going. And we had some technical difficulties, so I had to, come off and start again. So I'm hoping that you'll be able to get back to the beginning and, afterwards, of course, and get to see from the start, because it's a little bit of my YouTube journey, like, why I started, when I started, how I started, and just things that I've learned from it. So hopefully, you'll find it very useful. I mean, I think you will be able to glean something from it, definitely. So I would highly recommend that you go back. But you did miss this first one, but I still want to show it to you anyway. And it's this right here. This is one of the prizes that I was giving away, and it's a card. It says Garden Secrets. And Deborah Cabasa actually won that. It says, beauty, you should be known for the beauty that comes from within, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is so precious to God. And that's found in 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 4. And it says, friends are the flowers in the garden of life. So I thought that was really, really nice. And it is a handmade card. As you can see, I didn't make it. I can't claim to that. But I thought they did a really good job on it. So that's it right there. And then I just put the second question because we were asking if I should give away both for the people that are, live with me, because I know people will be coming on afterwards, just to see if we should also include them in it as well, based on, just following the comments after the live stream has ended. I can go in and look to see who answered the correct answer first. So this is the second one right here. So you can still try for it and see what happens. So I'll show it to you closer. And this one, you can see it has like butterflies inside there. It's so cute with the sprinkles. It says just a note. And this is the inside right here. And it says, just a little note to say, I hope you're having a lovely day with blessings from the Lord above and joy and peace and lots of love. So I thought that was cute. So the question, just Ellie, was how many daughters do I have? And whoever gets it right first, I'll check, afterwards, maybe between today and tomorrow, I'll take a look to see, who got it right first. And then I'll have the price set up. And I'm basically sending them. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. As long as you can get mail where you are, I will send it. So I only have one more to send because Deborah won this one. So that one has gone to her. And then this is the next one that's going to be going out. So we'll see how that goes. So like I said, anywhere in the world you are, most of my viewers come from the United States, from the United Kingdom. and also what's the third country? From Jamaica, because that's where I am. So those are my top three places. But like when I look at my details of my channel, that's what it tells me, that that's where the majority of my subscribers come from, or viewers, actually, both subscribers and viewers. So anybody that's in the UK, I'll send it. Jamaica, if you're from other countries, because we get other countries coming on from time to time as well too, I will definitely go ahead and have that sent out wherever you are. So that is the question, Ellie Lay. So you feel free to enter your answer whenever you like. You could do it now, you could do it afterwards. Whatever you prefer is just fine with me. All right, so I'm gonna basically we're winding it down a little bit here. I just wanted to see, like, for gardening, if you had anything in mind that you wanted to see me show for the fall season, or even for Christmas. Christmas, if you have like a gardening theme in mind, I already know how the decoration is gonna go. That is my favorite time of year, guys. Anybody who knows me knows that I absolutely love Christmas. I've always been that way, and I'm born in December. A lot of December birthdays are in my family as well too, and a few November ones as well. So we're kind of all in that season when you're getting ready for the Christmas holidays. So that's just like the sky's the limit as far as I'm concerned. But in the fall, we still do, you plant bulbs, so they'll come up for you in the spring next year and all of that. So is there any particular topic that you wanted me to cover? And I'll try to see if I can have that done for you. So you can go ahead and just leave me a chat, and we'll see. And I'll definitely try to oblige. Of course, I'm in an area where the weather is a little bit, I'm in a temperate area. I'm in the southern United States. So it does get cold here, but not cold that certain things won't grow. But at the same time, there are some things that I can't put out in the yard. So if there's anything that you had questions. Oh, Deborah, she says, my birthday is in December, but I absolutely love fall. Me too. I think fall is my favorite season. Christmas season, that's my own season that I created, the fifth one. But other than that, the fall is I just love the colors when they are changing. When I lived in the tropical area in Jamaica, we didn't get to see any of that. We live in Florida, same situation. But once you get further north, it is just absolutely gorgeous. So fall is my favorite season, as well as the fact that it's a little bit cooler at that point. And because it is cooler, then of course you can go out, you walk more, you exercise outdoors more, it's cooler and all of that. I love spring too. The colors are pretty, the flowers coming up and everything. It's new birth and everything, but allergies sometimes get the better of me. So it's a mixed bag right there. But yes, so if there's anything you wanted me to cover garden wise for the fall season, if you just wanted me to do like a shopping haul, like in the garden center for fall flowers, I could do that too. But you could just leave me a little note and I will be more than happy to oblige. So let's see. T.R. Smith says, if you add more videos on fall December decorations, that would be great. Fall, let me see, fall December. Oh, so you're looking more at decorations. Okay, that's fine. I can do that because the plants are part of the decorations too for fall. So we can always incorporate those in it as well. And Deborah says, I think the color of the leaves are so beautiful for fall. Yes, that is my favorite thing about it. I remember when I came over, in an area, when I visited first, what area that just wasn't tropical, and I saw the leaves, I was just like, oh, because like you'll grow up in the tropics and you see them on cars, you see them in movies, you're just like, it just looks so unreal. You're not really in touch with it. You're just like, is that really real? I mean, are they just like, just fixing something or whatever? And then once I saw it for myself, I was just like, oh my goodness, isn't this beautiful? But the funniest thing is that everybody has their own take on everything, because I actually know a lady and she says that fall is her worst season of the year. And I said, why would that be? It's my grade. She's just like, to her, everything is dying because the leaves are falling off, and that's how she sees it. And she's had like some family issues around that time too, that kind of like tied into leaves falling off and dying. So she doesn't like it. So there's whatever you come up with, excuse me, there's always going to be exceptions to the rule. So all we can do is just roll with it. You know what I mean? Just roll with it. You like what you like, and you just thank God for what He gives you and just keep going. Okay, so over here now, Bruce Lee says, This is what you're wanting to see. You're saying how to protect your bulbs from squirrels without hurting them, keeping your poinsettia after the season. Okay. Oh my goodness. Now there is a topic, squirrels. I could talk about squirrels all day. No kidding, because I'm telling you, because I'm a nature lover. If you watch my videos, I love to watch birds. I love to watch things outdoors. What's going on out in the garden. I'm pretty much out in there. Once it's a growing season, I'm out there almost every weekend. You'll be hard unless I'm feeling sick or something. I probably won't go out there, but I'm always out there doing something, pruning, pulling weeds, layering mulch, planting new stuff, pulling up new stuff, reaping stuff from my garden, cutting flowers. It's always something. Of course, my family is very helpful. They help me all the time. So it's not like I'm doing it alone. They're there with me. They just don't come before the camera. They're behind the camera. And that's what they prefer. So I'm just like, if that's what you want, then, you know, it is what it is. You may see a cameo appearance every now and then, but for the most part, it's me. But they're there helping me for sure. But those squirrels, I'm telling you, because I have a bird feeder outside and I put the bird seeds in there, they are always coming. And not just squirrel, also chipmunk. But chipmunk to me, they're so cute, and to me they're both cute. But to me, chipmunks seem to be less disruptive in terms of what they do. But the squirrels, I remember one year I planted some pansies, and for some reason, I guess they thought I had tulip bulbs under there because I had planted some in my flower bed the year before, and they went in and they scratched everything out of there. My flowers. I was just like, really? Seriously? I just can't believe they did that, and there is no bulbs in there for them to get. So I have not planted tulips since that. And just a tip, guys, they do not like daffodils. They don't. So you are safe with those. If you want to have a pretty spring garden and you live in a cooler area, maybe South Florida it wouldn't work for you, but like Northern Florida and upwards, you can grow daffodils. They're beautiful, that butter yellow color that they have in the spring, and they're just gorgeous. Squirrels do not like those, so you can definitely plant those, and they'll come up and multiply. And I've done a couple of videos on those too, so you can always go into my channel, take a look, and you'll see where I have those videos listed, just to show you how to plant them, how to care for them, and all of that. So yeah, the squirrels, it's best to just plant things that they don't like, and then they won't come around, And I have my bird feeder. I don't mind them as long as they don't dig up my plants. I just plant stuff I don't like, so that way I don't have to worry about it. And poinsettia after the season, those typically start fading after the season, so that's touch and go. But we'll see how it goes. And Andrea said something to Deborah. She said, "Yes, Deborah, the Adirondack seasonal change is so beautiful. Yes, it is." Deborah says, "Yes, I grew up in Puerto Rico until my 16th birthday. Once I had to the state, it was so different than the island." Yes, it definitely is. You can see a difference. And of course, don't get me wrong, because if you watch my most previous videos, you'll see how beautiful Jamaica is. I showed you one of the beaches. If you haven't seen it yet, please go and check it out. It is absolutely gorgeous. So I love that too. I love being in Jamaica. I love being in America. I'm thankful to God for both of those places. He has us in different places for different reasons at different times. And so we just make the best of where we are. But yes, I definitely love to see those trees coming into bloom. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So, I'll take a look at those. As I say, take it under advisement, and see what I can come up with. And again, guys, just to show you one more time, for those who came in after the live stream, because I know there'll be some of you coming on afterwards. This is what we have here. Looking very spring-like, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. And I'll be basically, thanking you in the card. I forgot to say that earlier. It's going to be, handwritten, that I'm going to go in there and thank you for being one of my subscribers. So and I recognize you guys here. I know that you are subscribers, so you have to be a subscriber. If those who are coming on after the live, if you're not one of my subscribers, you would need to be a subscriber in order to win the handwritten card, because I'm going to write to you, because this is what this video is about. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. So I'm going to put that in there and just, wish you all the best, and, et cetera, et cetera. And like I said, anywhere in the world you are, as long as you get mail, I will have it sent over there for you. So guys, I really appreciate it. You can always reach out to me. Like I said, like the collabs, they definitely help out. So, if you're wanting to, grow some more, or just want to get more, more of a connection, because it really helps. It absolutely helps when you have someone in that same creator space as you are, doing something similar, and you can communicate with them and you just help each other to grow. It's very encouraging, you know. So definitely you can do collabs. Like I said, I'm on Instagram, Marlene's How To's, and you can just follow me there. And that way you can always, you can comment on one of my videos in YouTube if you like, or on there if you want to do collabs. As long as you're in a similar niche as mine, then I'm more than happy, you know, to join along with you. Only thing I say, if it clashes, if it's something else, of course that's going to be a priority, because we do have some commitments already that already planned out. But we just work together with each other to grow, and just see what we have, and how it goes, and we basically just take it from there. And like I said, if you have to tell someone no because you can't collab with them, just do it in a way that is nice and polite. And I think they'll be okay. But it's good to do it. And like I said, I usually do maybe like about maximum 5, 6 people in a collab when I'm doing it. Just look for your niches, people who are similar in what they do, or sometimes it may not necessarily be that they do exactly what you do, but their demographic, people who watch your videos, the audience you're trying to reach is similar to yours. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, you guys can always go back and watch from the start to see like my journey, how I started, any little thing that I've learned that I think might help you in the process. You can always go back and take a look to see, the information that I gave out. I appreciate you all so much. It's been a wonderful experience. There are always going to be ups and downs in anything that you try to do in life. But if you feel that that is what, God wants you to do, then just keep going. It will get better. Just try to improve on what you're doing every day that you do it. And eventually get to a point where you figure like, okay, I'm getting there. And there's always room for growth. You never stop growing until you die, you know? So just keep trying, guys. I appreciate you all so much for sticking with me. I've seen people come on and go off, and that's fine. If you come on after the live, that is okay too. I appreciate all of you so much. Remember, if you haven't, Deborah, you can't answer the question again because you won the first one, but anybody else, feel free to answer after the live chat. The question again is, how many daughters do I have? And I'll check to see who gave the right answer first. You can always send it to my email, or you can follow me on Instagram. You can always send it there, and I'll be more than happy to go in and have it sent to you by mail. Anywhere you are in the world, just put it and I will have it sent to you. Of course, I'll need to have your PO box, or whatever it is that you use. Okay. So guys, I appreciate you all so much. You've been on here for 1 hour now. I want to let you go. I know some people came on, some came off, and like I said, that's fine. I appreciate you all guys so much, and I hope to see you in the next video. I won't be able to do a live stream every week because we have commitments and all of that, but whenever I can do them, I certainly will. I have definitely learned from this one. We had some hiccups at the start, but we eventually got it together. And that's just life. You live and you learn and you grow, and that's what it's, and have fun. Enjoy everything, because guess what? We don't get to do over. You just keep going forward, go to the next day, put one foot in front of the other. There'll be storms, there'll be hiccups, but we just keep going and we will get there. And just, take people along that you can help as much as you can. At the same time, just try to be wise in the decisions that you make. Okay. So I appreciate you guys all so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the weekend. And I do hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much, Deborah. I appreciate you all so much. Deborah, Bruce, T-Rare Smack, all the other people came on, Mary Precious Jones, Ellie, all of you guys. I thank you so much. And of course, Gardening with Susie. Been with me for such a long time. I appreciate you all guys so much. So hope you have a wonderful weekend. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.